Hey guys, be sure to check out the Mortar Pod, our weekly video podcast, and also check out the tutorial video for my board game, Travelers of Storia. Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another Swiss M15 draft. Got Yavimaya Kos as the rare. I don't think that's the first pick. We got Pridemate. Pick one of those early enough and you can make a nice little synergistic deck. I like the Frenzied Goblin. Very good in something aggressive. Or otherwise, actually. I mean, straight up, I just think this is a good card. If you're in red, you can play Frenzied Goblin. I really do believe that. Because there's a lot of X1s, so it trades, but that getting rid of a blocker, even for a turn, is a big deal. A Cursed Spirit may just be the pick, although he is a 4-drop, which is a bit of an issue. But he's evasive. That's what makes him so good. He doesn't block well, though. I guess I'm starting to feel more and more like this format's all about getting your 2-drops. Unfortunately, it's one of those formats. So I don't know. Pridemate's got a lot of synergies, so I think I'm going to take that. I mean, first pick is a pretty safe one. A lot of good synergies with it. Anyway, wait, Fido Titan, what do you do? When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner control at the beginning of his or her next upkeep. That's pretty good. Too bad it doesn't have trample or something that would make it a little bit better. I do have Flesh to Dust in here, which is a pretty awesome card. Would be a nice pickup. Invasive Species, also good. I think we want the removal. Gotta love that Flesh to Dust, right? It's one of the best removals in the format. Fido Titan seems okay. A little bit overpriced for 2 toughness and at rare. And he comes back tapped, so you can't even block with him when he comes back. There's a lot of downsides to this card, isn't there? Considering it has a hard time dying. I guess at least it can't be Pillar to Dust or whatever. That's not the right name, is it? Or is it? No, I can't remember. Seems like it would be since it fits in a cycle name with Flesh to Dust, but I'm actually unsure now. Alright, taking the Flesh to Dust. What do we got next? Crippling Blight is removal. Press Juggernaut in here. Gotta love that Juggernaut. Efficiently costed, colorless, can't be blocked by walls. Does have to attack each turn, which kind of sucks, but he attacks really well. And he also turns on all of the artifact dudes in this format, which is... So, snagging the Juggernaut. Otherwise, I don't know, another Generator Servants in here too. That's not bad. Nothing else in here is too crazy, but Juggernaut is certainly fine. 4th pick Elvish Mystic. That may be the sign we're looking for. Borderland Marauder in here, which isn't bad. Mystic is just insane, though. LSV told me so. So, I do like the Elvish Mystic. There's also Borderland Marauder, Titanic Growth. Decent stuff in here otherwise, but yeah. Gotta snag the Elvish Mystic, right? It's pretty good. Got a Paragon follow-up? I like that. Yeah, let's take the Lord. I mean, Mystic into Paragon must be a decent sign about green, right? Scrapyard Mongrel has come to be pretty awesome, actually. As a matter of fact, Wayfinder, bane of my existence. I did have a couple bad experiences with Wayfinder, but I just can't hate it for the rest of my life, can I? Otherwise, nothing else of serious note here, so let's just take the Lord. Alright, Titanic Growth is a nice trick. It's a late Frenzied Goblin and Paragon of Fierce Defiance. Maybe that's a sign red is open? I do not know. I do like the Titanic Growth a lot, though. I mean, I want to end up in green, and Titanic Growth is a perfectly acceptable playable card. Works as both a way to go over the top and finish, especially if I can give my guys trample, or just an excellent combat trick for a relatively modest price at instant speed. So I think we're going to take the Titanic Growth, but Paragon of Fierce Defiance would definitely be the best card in the pack, followed by the Frenzied Goblin. So I don't know, if red continues to be passed, I may go that route. Alright, well, I mean, there's Krenko's Enforcer, but we've got the Charging Rhino in here, which I like a lot, especially with ramp. So I think we're going to go Rhino, continue to cut the green. Does appear red may be the next color to go into, though. Well, Undergrowth Scavenger. A lot of people giving the hate on this card, and then I get my butt kicked by it. I think what I've learned about Undergrowth Scavenger is you either have to be dedicated self-mill, or you have to have, like, if you have like 1,000 1- and 2-drop creatures, you can still play Scavenger, no problem. Then you just make trades all day, and he gets huge fast. But that's really the only place I can see him working. You can't just slam him into any deck and hope things go your way. I'm going to play take the Hot Soup, because even though, I mean, it's not an amazing card, but it's certainly playable. Slap it on a fatty, and it gets by all those pesky Wall of Frosts. All right, tabling Generator Servants. At this point, we're definitely moving into red. So let's just go for broke, start taking some red, move into a red-green build. All right, yeah, late Forge Devil. I love this card. Serious X1s in this format. This slays those Oreskos, Swiftclaws, Welkin Turns, Geist of the Moors. The list goes on and on. This guy is a slayer at 1 mana. Very much like that dude. So I guess I probably wish I took the red Paragon over the Titanic Growth, but I'm not like sad about the Titanic Growth. It's still a absolute awesome main deck card. Let's take the Rummaging Goblin over the Plummet. Rummaging Goblin's an actual main deck card, whereas Plummet is often a sideboard card. And LSV said it's not that good in this format. So if LSV says it, must be the truth. Let's see here. Nothing really matters. I guess Glacial Crasher gets better against us if we're red, so we can take that. Foundry Street Denizen. Hate this card, but we're going to cut red, so I'm going to take it. Vine Weft. Well, on color, second to last pick cards are acceptable, although Vine Weft, not a super playable common. Alright, pack 2, and it looks like Inferno Fist is going to get the go-ahead since it's for cheap removal. Devouring Light, obviously a strong card. That's in this pack. Urborg, very cool. Nothing else getting me super excited. Willforged Golem would of course be playable, but I don't think we can hope to wheel too much out of here. I guess if red and green is as open as it was in pack 1, probably table the Thundering Giant, which is a playable. But we're going to take the Inferno Fist because it's a better card and it's nice and cheap. I guess I wouldn't mind getting some more cheap spells in here. For now, why don't we hide some stuff that I would prefer to sideboard, just so I can get a better idea where we're at. Soul of Innistrad. Jeez, wish I could take that. Instead, Invasive Species, which is a good card for our deck. Beats fairly well, has good synergy with Into the Battlefield effects, which admittedly we don't have much of yet. I guess we do have a Forge Devil, but that's fine. Gargoyle Sentinel would also be fine. I like this card in this format because it blocks the Curse Spirit and Krinko's Enforcer and can eventually fly in and beat down, but I think I like the Species more for its potential. Dauntless River Marshal and Soul of Innistrad are just bonkers, but what can I do? I'm in red-green. I don't want to switch out of it. Those were clearly the open colors out of pack 1, so let's take the Species and move on. Alright. Generator Servant did table last time. There's also Scrapyard Mongrel, which currently we only have the Juggernaut for. I think I'm just going to opt for the cheaper spell, even though Scrapyard Mongrel's definitely got some bigger upsides. I'm starting to feel as though this is kind of a format that just wants you to pick up a bunch of 2- and 3-drop creatures and go to town on people. And what? At the very least, Generator Servant's a ramp spell, so just take it to get to my 4- and 5-drops faster. But Scrapyard Mongrel is a good card. Probably take that if the Servant wasn't here, and I was 100% guaranteed to table it, which I'm not convinced yet. Not too much for on-color spells here. Could take the Hammer Hand. This really doesn't strike me as too much of a Hammer Hand deck. I think I just want to hate the River Marshal because I hate the River Marshal. What an annoying card to play against. I think I'm just going to hate this. I mean, to me, it seems like the far and away best card. If you're on color with that, it's just very, very irritating. Wayfinder's cool. I think we're taking a second Forge Devil. I like removal. A lot of good black spells in here, surprisingly. I didn't think black was that open. It certainly wasn't pack 1. We got a second pick Flesh to Dust, but it seemed like it dried up after that. Now I'm seeing like Cruel Sadist, Athered Slyblade, both of which are good. Forge Devil's still fine though. Gotta kill those, gotta keep those Swift Claws in check. We could use some more removal though, honestly. More late black, that's good, jeez. This feels like a Willforged Golem deck. We have all of these 1 and 2 drop creatures. This seems like a solid deck for Willforged Golem. Otherwise, Runeclaw Bear would be fine, but I think we can actually get this guy out cheaply, so I like it. Thundering Giant's fine too, but I actually think the Golem's a better card. Not as color intensive and potentially get it out faster and cheaper. Good cards, I guess, for blue and black a little bit, but not much for us. I'm not really happy with Verdant Haven most of the time. Could just hate the Crippling Blight. I don't think I'm playing Verdant Haven, to be honest. Let's hate the Crippling Blight. Alright. Guess we can take a Moss Beast. Not super amazing, but it's playable fatty for us. Generator Servant gets us there a little bit quicker. Alright, I guess we can diversify and take the Thundering Giant here. Probably works a little bit better with the Generator Servant. Otherwise, another 6-drop is, I mean, it's fine with this deck. We've already got enough ramp, but let's take the Thundering Giant. It just synergizes better with the Servant. Potentially get the turn 3 Thundering Giant. Haste in for 4, which admittedly is pretty good. Alright, Miner's Bane. It's more stuff to ramp into. Not much else for us anyway, so it seems fine. So far I have a decent curve going. I mean, we've got cheap removal. We could use some more expensive removal. No Hunt the Weaks, no Lightning Strikes, no Stoke the Flames, no Cone of Flames. So we could use some more. A little bit short on playables too, but it's not like our deck's in a bad place. Just could use a little bit of filler on the inside to make it better. I guess we'll take a Verdant Haven. Not very likely to play that. This doesn't really strike me as a Verdant Haven deck. To be honest, I haven't really figured out the Verdant Haven deck in this format yet. I guess if you're 3, 4, 5 color, it makes sense, but that's about it. Fester Gloom seems pretty broken against us, since I can't even imagine having more X1s in this deck, so yeah, let's hate that. Jeez. Well, clear path. There it is. If we ever need to take out those pesky Wall of Frost, we've got the clear path and Hot Soup. Getting there. Let's hide this Verdant Haven. So, what are we, 7 playables short of an actual deck? That's not that good. I don't hate where we're at. We've got like an actual ramp strategy plus fatties to ramp into. Really need to fill out that 3-4 drop. Jeez, that's a laden crust. It's a pretty playable card. So I guess I'm hoping green and red are as open pack 3 as they were pack 1. Alright, open a Yisan, that's pretty good, but unfortunately, well, fortunately, because Curd Chieftain's a beast. Actually, he's an ape, but you get the point. Slamming Curd Chieftain. I can't slam it any harder into our deck. Exactly what we wanted, exactly what we needed. Unfortunately, as it usually is, this is in a pack with tons of other things we want. Yisan I would love to play. We have plenty of 1, 2, 3. We have a full curve of awesome stuff to cheat out. We've got Living Totem, which I would absolutely love to have in this deck. We'd have all the 1 and 2 drops, which could just get us to it so easily. We've got Wall of Mulch, which is fine. Blocks, draws cards. Bloodseeker, excellent card with a lot of removal. But yeah, Curd Chieftain is just the absolute best for our deck. I can't bank on us tabling it. That just doesn't seem like a likely scenario. So instead, we're just going to take it. All right. Paragon of Fierce Defiance is pretty good, but we've got the Siege Worm in here as well. Paragon obviously pairs well with our Forge Devils, Generator Servant. Well, all of our red creatures, as you might imagine, but I think Siege Worm is actually what we're going to pick because we have all the ramp plus cheap creatures to convoke it out. And it's got trample, and it's a big fat creature. So I think we're going to take Siege Worm. Otherwise, I would probably just slam the Paragon, which would also be very good. Yeah. Venom Sliver, Titanic Growth, Torch Fiend, Krenko's Enforcer. Be happy to table any one of those four, but we'll see. I think we'll table one of them. Ooh, Broodkeeper. Do I actually have an aura in here? We've got Inferno Fist. That's it. That's not much. But then again, there's really not that much else in here. I could hate a Triplicate Spirits, but that doesn't seem like a good idea when I'm actually short on playables. So I think we'll just take the Broodkeeper and maybe play another aura if I see it. Oh my god, double Curd Chieftain. I'm in heaven right now. Easy, easy pickup. These guys are just bonkers. In the pack with the Rhino, which I would also take, but yeah. Double Chieftain all day, every day. Alright, get a nice pickup here. A second invasive species. Have we gotten any more into the battlefield effects? Just the Forge Devils. Nothing else. Alright, well, not a ton of value for invasive species, but just the Forge Devil's not bad, to be honest. Alright, Goblin Rough Rider is going to be our 22nd card. Perfectly content with that, filling our curve out nicely. Crowd's Favor. Oh, never mind. Siege Worm it is. Number 2. Making our 23rd card, which means we can finally start cutting some less impressive cards, like, I don't know, Miner's Bane or Carnivorous Moss Beast. Broodkeeper. Not particularly exciting in here when you have one aura. Alright. Guess we can pick up the Torch Fiend. And what are we cutting for the Torch Fiend? Maybe Broodkeeper can get the axe. One card for it just seems really bad. I mean, we could cut more late game, but this card's... I'd love to be able to play it. I just don't think it's going to happen. I love Ranger's Guile. It's a fantastic card. 21 creatures? Yeah, we got to find some space for Ranger's Guile in here for sure. Either cutting the Bane or the Moss Beast. I'm thinking more likely the Moss Beast. We're actually having a harder time playing Siege Worm in here only because most of our ramp is in fact, or most of our convoke for it is in fact red. Which makes, Krenko's Enforcer, Venom Sliver. Enforcer's got the evasion, but more color intensive, but Sliver's got the Death Touch. We don't have any other evasion, so I'm kind of feeling the Enforcer. The Enforcer's also just bonkers with Inferno Fist. I like Death Touch too, but I think I gotta go with the evasion here. Probably cutting the Moss Beast. Don't need it. Probably cutting the Miner's Bane, just because I'd rather play the 5, 6, 7 drops we have are just significantly better. Could take the Tyrant's Machine. Wall of Mulch will be a better sideboard card against hyper aggro decks that we need to slow up, I think. Not main decking it. This is a solid 23 cards though. I'm pretty happy with this build. 20 creatures. Our removal kind of sucks. We've only got double Forge Devil. Ranger's Guile's kind of a trick. Titanic Growth's definitely a trick. Inferno Fist is removal, but nothing else. That is it in the removal department. Our creatures are very good. Double Chieftain, double Siege Worms, very impressive and good. I think we can play Evolving Wilds in here, I think. We've got double of both colors, so get the fixing going. I don't have a problem with that. Wall of Fire, maybe for sideboard. Not super likely, but it's a chance. I guess green Paragon's not... It's not bad. It's just, I mean, turning these guys into 4/4s is fine. It's just, we really did end up pretty light green. The green cards we did get are very powerful, though. It'd be nice if we could get the Siege Worms out a little bit easier, but that's okay. 20 creature decks. That is a lot. So that is a lot of creatures. I actually like Rummaging Goblin in here a lot, just in case you're getting land-heavy draws. At least you can filter and find some more threats, maybe. But very unusual deck. It does seem like we were cut on all the red removal. We ended up getting like the best red-green, the best reasons to be in red-green in double Curd Chieftain, but we didn't get any Hunt the Weeks, no Lightning Strikes, no Cone of Flames, no Stoke the Flames. Is that even the name of it? Whatever. Whatever that one is called. The 4-drop Convoke 4 damage spell. That's amazing. But yeah, I think we're just playing it like this unless I missed something. I don't think I did, though. Yeah, Hot Soup could actually make this deck pretty easily, but I still like it out of sideboard more. So, because any of these guys with evasion would be pretty tough to stop, but I think we're still fine. So, despite being removal light, I think this deck's okay. Double Forge Devil should at least help with the big X ones. Child of Night, there's another one that it takes care of. The list is huge. Welkin Turn, Oresco Swiftclaw, Child of Night. What are the ones that I mentioned earlier? Torch Fiend, there's one. Generator Servant, there's another one. The list really does keep on going and going. Forge Devil's awesome. Love that card. And it convokes all day. I guess it doesn't pay for the green, but whatever. Alright, sort by color. Let's bring in the Evolving Wilds, and I think we're probably doing an even split. Get out of that pile. Yeah, let's just do an even split. Oh, well, what do you know? They agree. So, overall, this deck's pretty good. Could have used some more removal, but at least our creatures are pretty nice looking. Could have used some more positive interactions with invasive species, but no biggie. Would have been nice to get some totems. Unfortunately, had to pick Chieftain over it. Not much else to say. Pretty straightforward red-green beatdown deck. All right. I shall see you round 1.